I took another opportunity here. So please, if you can hear me crystal clear, kindly confirm that you can hear me. Okay, awesome. So please, if you can hear me crystal clear, let me know so that I will quickly start the work. Hi everyone. So I'm going to start all anyway because I'm hoping that a lot of people are going to come in eventually. I really apologize for some of the errors that we've been mistakes we've experienced so far. Okay, so awesome. I think I am good to go. So if you can see me, hear me clearly, please just type you can see me, hear me, and all that is within it. But I think I eventually got it right. I apologize for the little error. I sincerely, I don't know what is going on. I used this thing late last night. In fact, I had people coming to the. I had to try it out because I didn't want to give any excuse today, and so I had. In fact, I kept it on private. Maybe what I'll do is, as soon as we're done with today's live, I will also just quickly do that as well. I will paste it so that you guys will see that I made an attempt. I apologize. It's not in my character to try anything new on the day of doing it. I tried, but I really don't understand what happened. But if you can hear me, see me, oh awesome. So I think we're good to go. Please help me copy this live and share it to that group so that we can have more people come on board, because somebody has been sending me DM on the private. I don't know how I'm going to attempt this, that they've been trying to come in. I wish I could share, but I don't know how this is gonna work. I don't know how I can share it. I'm not sure I know how to, because there's nothing indicating the possibility of sharing. Yes, so I can see that I'm inside the group. So please share the link to this here so that I can copy it and take it to the other group, because some people are waiting for me there as well. Okay, so I'll just leave that out. Thank you so much for your patience, but I figured out that we've gotten it already. Awesome, thank you. Oh, it's still bearing the same name. Are you sure it's the one? Okay, let me send it now to our other groups. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so I think we're good to go. What I will do is that I will, once I change the app. Yes, okay, so I think you guys can see me. Yes, so we're good to go. Let me just put it in some of the groups that I have sent them questions in. That's what I normally do. I just try to leave my digital footprint so that if there are people who are looking for us, they should find us easily. Okay, awesome. I think we're good to go. So today, like I said, we're going to do essentially introduction to CapCut, right? So I am just quickly going to open CapCut. So I would say it again. Please, if you're currently here and you can see me and you can hear me and you have your CapCut on your hand, please just type CapCut. If you can see me, you can hear me, and you have your CapCut on ground and on your hand, just say CapCut. So that, just type CapCut in the comment section. All of you just keep typing so that I will know what I have to do right now. So type CapCut, because like I said, what I would prefer that all of us are actually actively exercising ourselves so that it's not a waste of time. Like anything you don't practicalize literally does not belong to you. I'll say it over and over again. Anytime you don't put in the piece right, it does not belong to you. It's not yours. Okay. So once you're ready to go, so just write CapCut. Everybody who is currently on the live, okay, I think I can see 6 people now. Please just say CapCut, CapCut. Let me look for a plainer place so that you will be seeing my head. I don't understand why this place is it's so cute. Okay, yes. So please just type CapCut, CapCut if you can see me, right, and you're ready. Please make sure you have your CapCut on your hand, because like I said, if you're not exercising yourself immediately, you will waste time. If you're not practicalizing it, you just be among those people who just showed up, and you know how it is now. By the time we are done, you will not you in fact, there will literally be nothing. Okay, so for a quick introduction, we had already talked about videography. We have talked about the kinds of hooks, the body, the CTAs. Every single time when you want to create a video, video editing is not more important than the video. I'll say it again. Video editing is not more important than the video. So it means that every single time you are creating videos, you must have your editing in mind. There's a place for intentional pause, your pacing, the suspense, all these things. When you are creating, when you want to create a video, it's better you look at it from the future, from your end point or your end result to what you want to do. So what you want to see in the end will determine what kind of video you want. Okay, so for the purpose of today, we'll just do essentially how to work on, let's say you have a bland video. We're going to start with videos for shorts. First of all, shorts as in TikTok, shorts as in Facebook. Yes, some shorts can be used for Facebook doesn't really matter whether it's 1-to-1 or 9:16. I've told you guys what I'll do is that maybe for our next class, which is tomorrow, I'll just have a little written note for us to discuss. I'm using my other laptop. That's why I wrote out some of the points I wanted to share, but then there's no challenge. What we'll just do is we'll put our head neck deep into the conversation for today. So essentially, every time you want to create a video, every time you have a plan to probably just work on a video, I'll say it again, you start from the end result to backwards. So as much as possible, even though I used to tell everybody most of the time I don't script my videos, all the videos you've seen on my channel, I don't script it. I just use experiences and I just talk, right? But one thing I don't play with, right, in as much as generally my videos will consist of my experiences and it's fluid, I never play with my hooks. I make sure that my hook is relevant. So we had already discussed how to make sure that you have a relevant hook. We talked about looking at people who are in your niche and looking at their best posts, and people who are at your level. Like I said it again, people who have already overtly grown might not help you so much, because now they're already grown. They already have what's the word, followers or subscribers who are already loyal to them. So whether they post anything, those guys are just loyal, so they will just be yes men. So you want to look at people who are also growing at your own pace, and then people who are in your niche, who create videos just to share with people. So that's why every single time when I want to create a video, there are 3 main things I pay attention to. I pay attention to my hook, because my hook must be relevant. Oftentimes my hook is the name of my video. I am very intentional. Once I ask myself, what is my pain point, right? What is it that I want to answer? What is the challenge that I want to help people do? Then the next thing I'm going to do is what? I will get a hook. So I said again, your hook must be relevant. Your hook must be relevant. Don't just go and say, today I just feel like I should talk to people that are hungry, so today my video is about hungry people. No. If the hungry people is not important in the sense of the algorithm, and you don't have much competitions with the algorithm, or you don't have people who are coming on board. Okay, so sorry, give me one moment. I'm hearing myself on the background, so I want to take it out. Okay, so if the topic that you want to share about is not relevant, it's not punchy, it's not negative, there's no storytelling. So I can remember the first time, so this is storytelling. I can remember the first time I showed up on LinkedIn, that's storytelling. Negative hook, you say something like, you've been told that something, you can negate it, right? You've been okay, 90% of you were told that 90% of startup founders failed in first year. What if I told you that was a lie? That is negative hook, right? So now I'm saying all this because your hook will determine even the kind of funds, the activities you're going to have at the introduction of your video, as well as the end. One of the things I would always say is, if you want to even edit videos, the first thing you should do when you want to pay attention to your video is, you see that first 30 seconds for long videos. First 30 seconds for long videos on all platform, all your editing progress, all the surprise gang, all the ding, all the clap clap clap, maybe when you're trying to write subscribe, follow, all of that, all of them must be active, because the first few seconds is literally when people decide whether they should watch your video or not. So that is why it's very important that if you're very, very busy, make sure that at least the first 1 minute of your video, you put in your all. Now, for the people who create shorts for YouTube, my advice is, if you want your shorts to be going viral back to back, your shorts should not be more than 30 seconds. I'm saying it again because me, I flaunt it. Shorts on YouTube will tell you that it's 3 minutes, but the more longer your shorts is for, that's for YouTube shorts, the more your video might not do so well. But the truth is, even if your video does not do well, remember that your shorts can also count to your number of views, and it can also count to your number of watch hours. So it's still very okay if you post long shorts, but it's advisable to post very short. So you see most people who are doing all those, that dance challenge, all those people who are doing manifest. So one of my video, I did a video on manifest, and it did quite well compared to my other videos. I did a video on I just posted a picture, and I left a funny meme. Somebody was saying something very funny, and people, in fact, that's my best video for now, and I don't think that video is up to 6 minutes. So when you see your videos making 1,000 plus, it's not necessarily because it went viral. Sometimes it might be because it's shorter and sharp. So I would always say it again, give people an experience from the beginning, make people want. So every time you're creating a video, your goal is to make people want to stay till the end. Have questions of curiosity. I know you've heard that 20% of people who get married eventually get divorced. What if I told you that is a complete lie? So there are many other hooks like that. So if you missed that class, please, this is our 10th class. This is our day 10. So if you missed that class, there's really nothing I might do so much now. All you have to do is to go back from the other classes and be able to find. I think what I'll do is I'll sub-label again so that everybody will know exactly what they are watching for each of the days of the monetization challenge. But today I had to take a break for us to do videography, because I realized that a lot of us seem to be magnifying videography more than usual. So I'm hoping that today, with what we're going to do, very simple. Please, I'm going to be following you guys on my second phone. So please type as often. If I'm getting too fast, you say I'm getting too fast, just be able to draw me back at any time T, because I am going to start now. So first things first, if you can hear me when I say CapCut, say CapCut so that I know that we're all in this together. Please, CapCut, I told you, you must be practical, else you will lose. It will almost be like you didn't learn anything. If you don't do it now while we are doing it, it will almost be like you didn't learn anything. I advise you, if you would come on the live with your another device so that you can have your phone, it will still be great. So I told you guys, generally I use my laptop for my editing, right? Because long forms are usually very heavy. My long form sometimes can get up to 16 and all that, and long forms are very heavy when you want to edit them. But usually short forms is better you use your phone. In fact, your phone can give you a very fast. Phones can be fast depending on the what do they call it, operating system, right, that you're using, whether Mac, what's the name, you can call all of them, HP, all of them. Depending on your OS, your laptop might be slower or faster. That one is irrespective, but your phone would definitely be at a at least a very good pace on a natural. I don't, most times when I'm using my phone to edit, it's not even slow at all. So in fact, it was when you guys started asking for how to use phones, that's why I decided to start. But before now, ever since I started my journey, I always use my laptop to edit my videos. But phones are very, very easy, very straightforward. You get to finish quick, and then everybody gets to, and then your turnaround time will be very fast. All you have to do is, when you want to export and it's taking time, just click the export and continue another thing with yourself. In fact, what I normally do these days is that I edit twice at the same time. So if I am I've just curated a video, I create a short from the main video. I also do the long form. So what I do is, my long form, I edit it on my laptop, while my short form, I edit it on my phone. So once I'm looking like I'm going to miss my posting time, I'll just quickly go and post it. That's my short. And then when my long one comes, I redirect my short videos from my shorts to my long one. So I'm hoping that you're picking up some of these ideas while we go on. So now, for the sake of this class, we said we're going to start with CapCut. We're also going to do CapCut. We're going to do Canva. I'll just show you how I come up with some of those thumbnails. Like the thumbnails that I use currently, I made them. Then I also made the graphic I use for, in fact, all the graphics that I've used in this few in the last, I think, 1 month has been me, because like I said, my people seem to be very busy, and I don't think I'm in that place emotionally where I'll be chasing people to come and do things for me. So pending on whatever project you have in mind, right? If you had that narrator challenge in mind, that means the first step you're going to do is not here, right? Your first step in every endeavor is, first of all, record the videos. Like I told you, when you're recording the video, always have your editing in mind. Even when you are talking, when you're trying to read your prompt, CapCut also has prompt, and then you can just download. You don't even have to download the prompt. Most teleprompters are web-based, in the sense that you just type teleprompt and you just see it on the web. You just copy whatever script you want to use and just paste it on the teleprompt and be looking at it and just be reading. Or for me, my own is, I don't like feeling like I'm reading from somewhere. Even my eyes used to feel somehow. If I'm reading from somewhere, my mind know the trust ground. So if you're from other countries, just simply means that if I'm reading from somewhere, I don't get comfortable, because I like my ideas to flow. I want it to be that when you are probably listening to me, you're just comfortable, you just feel the effortlessness and the expertise in my conversations. That's why I don't like you reading from scripts. But if it's your first time and you're not generally somebody who presents, please use scripts, right? You can even cut it short videos. What I normally do is, once I'm recording, I don't stop until I'm done with my last full stop. I don't stop, because I know that my editing, CapCut will help me find the places that I have pauses, and I cut them all out, so that it will, now when you're watching my videos, it will just look like it's very seamless and I didn't have any challenge. In fact, it will just seem like I just read it, and which I normally do every single time that I get the opportunity to record my videos. I don't even bother doing that. Okay, so the first step, like I said, in video creation is ideation. Ideation can either be fresh, that is de novo, that's from the start, or ideation can be inspired or curated. So ideation from scratch, or inspired then curated is that you were able to study everybody in your niche. One of the things I do normally is that every single time I see videos that I like, I just look at the features that they use, and I keep telling myself, and this thing is easy now. I know what this person used. I know what that person used. What I normally do is, the first thing I do is to take a screenshot as a memorabilia, that I have seen something like this before, and somewhere in my mind there was a plan that I was going to do it. That's what I always do. So every single time, yes, every time, that's the word, every single time I see something that inspires me, I quickly just take a screenshot, because it serves as a memorabilia. If I see a font that is a caption that I like, I still snap it and I save it. I'm a very fonts person. I love fonts, because in fact, if you learn fonts tonight, that's fonts, FONT. is going to make your videos pop very easily and effortlessly. But then I said before that, we said what there are three pillars of video creation. It's either creation from the scratch, creation from ideation, that is, in other words, inspiration, and then we said also creation from having studied other people's materials, right? And I said to that effect, always make sure that you document. Always make sure that you document. It's going to, in fact, what I normally do is every single time that I see a fresh idea, every single time I see a fresh idea, like I just see and I love it, even if it's the hook, maybe what the person said, I will just quickly copy that liner and just save it somewhere in my mind. When I'm meditating, I'll just be meditating with it, so that when I open my mouth, the only thing that you probably just feel from me is that, oh, she knows what she's doing. And I told you guys, every she knows what she's doing is from the standpoint of intentionality and nothing more. So it means that if you are generally more intentional about what you are doing, you definitely have more results. So I said it again, the first thing you're going to do is come up, if you probably were inspired or you curated from someone else's materials, or the ideation came fresh from start, you should be a custodian of light. I think for me, even God right now knows that when ideas come to me, I write it down. In fact, I can be talking with anybody. Once an idea comes to me, I zone out. That's the word. Yes, I zone out. As in, I will not even be listening to you until I document that ideation. I will not rest. Until I reproduce the ideation, I will not rest. So I told you again. So the first thing is ideation, determine your hooks. One of the things I would always say is, you can just, for me, every single time I have a hook, I test the hook with ChatGPT, with Grok AI, or DeepSeek. I test my hook. I'll just say, this is what I have. Can you reconstruct this with sassy? And I'll just add a few key points. So when it does, then I can add with a hook that is high ranking on Google search. So I'm also telling it that I don't want anyhow hook. I want a hook that people should be able to look for me, or a hook that answers people's pain points. And then sometimes what I will normally do is find out pain points, find out how to tell stories emotionally. Even some of my stories, I still sometimes pass them through ChatGPT, and I ask questions like, is this hook going to really do very well? Do you think that this hook is going to be, can you change this hook for me, make it a little more emotional, make the words a little more simpler? So these are the things, the cheat sheets, so that when you're creating videos, you're not creating videos just for yourself. I mean, you just stay in front of camera and you just start recording. No, you are creating videos from a bank of knowledge and understanding and ideation of what is trending. Again, that's another thing. Pay attention to trends. I think right now it's VDM. Most of the people who use VDM on something, me, is just not my niche. If I was in the gossip niche, hey Lord, all the stars in this world would have been on my page. Literally all the stars in this world will be on my page, but I'm not in the gossip blog, of course. So depending on what your niche is, please make sure that you pay attention to trending. So now anybody sees VDM, especially when he was arrested the first time, they just click it pass because they want to hear gossip. Then we went from, I think AMVCA was yesterday. In fact, I went on somebody's live and I almost cried. This guy has never had a video that has up to 100 views, but what he did was, on the day of the AMVCA awards, he stayed in front of the TV, he recorded it, he was just gisting with his friends and families, he went live. AMVCA did not air live on YouTube, but he aired it. Guess what? This guy was having 16,000 people comment in his comment section that night. And I went around, I said, what could this guy have done? The YouTube algorithm is very sensitive. So of course, what I'm sure the reason why he ranked high and people just started jumping into his room is also because many people have been searching on Google. I've told you guys severally, when we discussed introduction to YouTube, we talked about the fact that YouTube and Google are co-owned. So that's why when you search for anything on Google, you see YouTube videos as well show up. It means that their ownership is both ways. So anytime anybody searches for anything on Google search, they will find it. Also, they will also find accounts, maybe YouTube accounts that support that. So that was how this guy, that account, I'm not sure that account had up to 1,000 subscribers when he did that thing. But guess what? He had 16,000 people turning live to his room. In fact, some of them were laughing at him. They were doing many funny things, because I think the guy also is all these upcoming artists that can go off here and there. But essentially, who cares? The most important thing is that he was able to leverage. So I've talked about topics and how you can jump on trends. Please jump on trends. It's not robbery, provided you're not using it to deride anyone. So I've seen a lot of people. In fact, today I was meditating about it, and until I realized, you know how many people that have grown because of this beef between Wizkid and Davido and Burna Boy. Some people instigate it. So all those people that you see online saying the bird, they are just lying. They are just trying to use the influence of these guys to grow their page. So every time you see them, say if you're a Davido fan, drop. If you are, all of them lie. They are using it to grow their accounts. So me, I'm also giving you updates. If you want to join them, join them. Me, that's not really my place. You can actually just open an extra account. You can call it a cruise account. Open on TikTok and just be posting about the video and dragging Wizkid. You see that account will grow. Even in 2 weeks, safe, you probably would have made up to 10,000 subscribers. So that's how it is. People use those things to catch cruise. And sincerely, when this light came to me, I just told myself it's very unfortunate for the superstars who are now even getting angry with themselves because they think that they are fans. It's not fans anything. If you fail tomorrow, God forbid, or if the video, anything happens to the video, you see that they will latch on to the next artist. That's what they do. They just use people to grow. And I still say that there's nothing wrong, right? But depending on your core value. So if you missed our class on personal branding, go back and find it, because we talked about how to curate from the scratch, being able to document your values, your missions, your what you know that within your frame you cannot do. But some of these people are they lose guard. That's the word. So they don't mind. They will use you and clean tissue paper just to ensure that they grow their channel. So like I said, now, after we have already made sure that we have gotten our hook, the body, and your body should always be in point. Any other thing you should say is storytelling, but point. So you see some people after giving a negative hook, like, okay, you have heard that 90% of startups actually fail within the first year. What if I told you that they fail in the next 1 week? Here is how. So I'm going to be giving you four points or 4 reasons to buttress my point. You might want to stick to the last, because the last is actually the best. And as I've always heard people, I've always heard people whom I've shared it with tell me, or I can also confirm with data. So you can see that already you're putting suspense, intriguing. For me, the next phase of content creation for me now is being able to, from the beginning of a video, ask people questions and see those people excited to see who won, who lost. That's why most times when you see people who are doing those games, those answer questions and eat chicken or drink or coke and all that, you find out that their content does well on all platforms. It's simple. People just want to know who eventually won. So if you can position all your write-ups or your content to give that suspense in such a way that people will always want to ask, okay, who won? Then you're good to go. So having curated, I've told you guys, if you're just joining us, we have already talked about duration. YouTube shorts, if you want your YouTube short to be doing well, it should be less than 30 seconds. That's just the truth. Nobody will tell you this, but I'm telling you, even me that I'm telling you, I still do up to 3 minutes shorts. Me, I don't care. Sometimes I'm not creating for the algorithm. In fact, I've gotten to that point. But if you want to do well, in the sense that probably you're a growth strategist or a visibility expert, like for me, I help people gain visibility, but I don't really mind for myself because I have a lot to do. That's what's in my mind. I'll just tell you, this is how not to do it, this is how you can do it. If you like, don't believe me, but if you do it, you get your results, right? So that's essentially what you would want to do. Short and sweet. Okay, different kinds of hook. I said it again, we've done a class for the different kinds of hook. Just find out, check our previous classes and just sit down and just document. Then you just be prompting ChatGPT, give me a visual hook, give me a storytelling hook, for this particular idea that I would want to share. Give me a what's the word now? Give me an audio hook, give me a visual hook. All these things, there are different kinds of hook. But if you go on LinkedIn, you see that everybody, when they are talking about hook, they are essentially talking about 2D, and then they are talking about storytelling. But outside that, for videography, has so much more than just storytelling. In fact, storytelling is the last hook, because the thing is, within the first 3 seconds of people having contact with your video, that's when they decide whether they are going to watch or not. So if you're not having a visual hook that will hook people in, right, it's going to take you another full circle for you to, of course. And on this terrain, the more people don't view and comment on your your profile, or no, and comment on your post, the less likely your what's the word the less likely your video is going to do well. Okay, so having gone from that point up until now, let's assume that following everything I've talked so far, you now have a video, right? You now have a raw video. In fact, what I normally will advise is, if your video is very old, there is no problem, you can bring that video of your 2000. In fact, if you can see those orange people sitting down there in this CapCut, right? You see something that looks like orange. That was me in 2019 with my friend. We were discussing about a book that we had just read. So we said, okay, why don't we just have a talk show around it? So this was like, how many years ago? Like 6-7 years ago. We just say, okay, let's just have a TikTok about tea. So what I did was, yesterday, while moving around YouTube, I just saw, not around Facebook, I just saw this video. I downloaded it and brought it quickly back, because I told myself I needed to upscale it and make it look nice. So now we have recorded the video so far. So let me ask a question. If you understand what I have said so far, as regards some of the little principles you might need to pay attention to when you want to start your videoing journey, just type yes, I understand. Let me be sure that I'm not the only one writing what I am writing. Just type yes, I understand, so that we can now move from there. Okay, so I'll give us 1 minute. I know that usually the live stream lags, so I'll give us 1 minute to let be in or that. Okay, awesome. So I think I've seen a few yes, I understand. Okay, awesome. So if you can see, we are now in the CapCut proper, right? Okay, yes. We're now in the CapCut proper. These are some of the projects I've done myself. But what you do is, once you open CapCut, you see the new project on top, right? You see the new project. Can you all hear me now? Somebody's saying that I'm mute. If you can hear me, say you can hear me. Say I can hear you. If you can hear me, please type that you can hear me. Oh, somebody is saying that I am mute. Please confirm. God, I think there's a network lag. I'm sorry about that, but if you can hear me, let me know. Okay, awesome. Thank you so much for that correction. I think the challenges are normally we can be lagging. Okay, so now we have gotten our videos. I've already told you how you can get excellent and quality videos, right? So just give me 1 moment. Let me drink water. Okay, so we're ready now. Thank you so much, everybody. Yes, awesome. Thank you for confirming. So now you have recorded the videos, especially for that narrator challenge. For the narrator challenge where you might want to be using AI, the first thing you want to do is to generate a script bar. But for the sake of tonight, we're going to first of all start with an ordinary simple video that we record for ourselves. Ordinary simple very short videos, and then we will just turn it to something that is very excellent, right? So that people can literally get to meet us from our conversations. Like I told you, when you are creating some of those videos, the goal is authority, right? Even from the way you converse, you have to make sure that your energy is always right. Like sometimes you might be creating, like when I created that video that I gave you guys, as I gave you the tutorial on for the narrator challenge, I had just finished teaching you guys that night. I did not sleep till like I think around 3 a.m. because I promised that I was going to deliver it the next day. So while I was recording that, I was most exhausted. But one of the things I do is anytime I want to get into my work regalia, I just tell myself that I can muscle all my energies together. I'm gonna enjoy this. Let me just share it. So that's one thing you also want to do. Please make your energy high as possible. Don't be lazy in your conversation, except you're a lifestyle or a vlogger, right? If you want to teach and you're looking to position yourself to be a coach or a content creator or a social media strategist, all those ones are public speaker, you don't want to be found sloppy when you're creating your materials. So now, assuming that everything all being equal, right? Everything is being equal. You just open to your CapCut. This is the first page you're going to see. You're going to see new project, auto cuts, retouch, auto ambience, auto caption, photo editor, remove background, camera, all tools. So you're going to see everything, right? But for the sake of today's class, we're going to start completely fresh, okay? So let me move myself. Completely fresh. So what the first thing you're going to do is to click on new project. Okay? The first thing you're going to do is to click on new project. Please, once we are doing it, I would want everybody to do it together. I want us to do it together, right? If you notice, I do a lot of videos these days. In fact, any little thing, I'll just carry camera and start talking. Any ideation that comes to me, I make sure I record it immediately. So I told you guys, I think, was it when, I can't remember when I was just seeing you guys my regular routine. I told my husband, Seth, Abby, that's our regular routine at home, is that once we wake up, we just freshen up. I will freshen up on an average before 5 a.m. That's our set time for our home. The idea is so that if any ideation comes, even me, I'm seeing it in the long haul for myself, I can quickly just record it because I'm already fresh. I don't have to bother myself saying I need to do this, I need to do that. I'm just everly ready because once an idea comes to me, I latch on it. Okay, so now I'm going to bring a raw video out. Okay, so these are my raw videos. Let us work on this particular video.
Is it even possible that the reason why you have not been posting content is because you think you don't have all the tools? Somebody said I don't have an iPhone, and I'm like, excuse me, you don't need one. So today I'm going to be helping you, based off of my class. Is it even possible that the reason why you have not been posting content?
So now you can see, if you can see me, you can see that now this video, okay, yeah, so you can see that now this video, number one, the volume is very low, and then the quality is not as shining, like the way my face is glowing now, it's not giving. Like that video is very dull. So I'm going to show you some of the things that I have to do. Now I will always advise, right, it's always better you clean up your audio first. Like go from your audio, clean up audio and everything going up. So you go from, I always advise go from your audio, because sometimes you will have to cut your videos in different places when you want to put transcription. And if you don't treat your audio first, by the time you cut it, you will notice that your audio and your speaking voice and your audio voice might be lagging. Don't worry, I'll explain all that very well if you don't understand. But what I always advise is once you start start cleaning up your audio. Then don't touch your video until it's the last thing you do. Okay, the last thing you do. It's always advisable, because sometimes adding those retouch, shining your face and all that is normally very heavy. So by the time you do it early, it will make your words, the timing, like you'll be seeing your mouth moving faster than your conversation. So we opened. What was the first thing? Let me ask the question now, so that we're all doing step by step. What was the first thing we clicked before we found this video that we clicked on? Let me give us 2 seconds to answer that. What was the first thing we clicked before? What was the first thing we clicked before we got to this place? So like I said, please just do it now. The way we are doing it, just awesome. So yes, we clicked on new project. Awesome. Thank you so much, Rabiatu and Thriving Digital Moms. Okay, so now the next thing we're going to do is, you see this, what did they call it? I'll move my face to be closer to where I'm going to click next, so that I can add. So you see this bubble on the right up. If you can see the bubble, just say yes, so that I am as simple as yes. You can see my face is almost very close to the bubble, this bubble up here. Okay, so once you can see the bubble, the next thing you do is to click on the one. You click one on the bubble, right? Once you have added it, once you've clicked one on the bubble, all you have to do, you can see that it has changed to one. When we did not click on the bubble, you cannot add, right? When you click, it becomes one. You can add more than one, right, when you have an open general gallery. But because I clicked on a specific video, I would normally just pick that specific video. But for the narrator challenge, you have to have like multiples, except you probably just rehearsed. That means you wrote the script and you meditated on the script and you internalized the script. If not, what I did, because I didn't have much time that night, all I did was I just was reading from the prompt where I generated the lines from, and I was just recording it. I was just cutting it. So if I had gotten to this point there, then I'll add all 5 of these clips, because I want them to be all together. Okay, so we're adding now. We're already moving to our next phase. So this is essentially where people normally get confused. So you can see that we have now, once you click on that add, this is where we are. Nothing serious is in this video. Nothing serious in this video. Number one, my face, I'm not looking as bright as I'm looking on this live, right? My face is looking a bit dull because of my camera type. This particular camera is not face camera. I think it's not even up to 720. I'm not sure if it's up to 720, but this is what the camera I use to record all the videos that you've seen, all the shots you've seen. My camera that is a heavy camera is my separate camera, because I told myself then either I buy a camera or I buy an iPhone. So I decided on camera first, because I felt that Phoenixgate was doing her live events weekly. So I wanted to have a camera that was going to pop, because I knew that using my phone for live stream might not be so nice. So I bought the general camera that I could use for my laptop. So like I said, you can see that I am not looking popping. So the first thing you always do, like I told you, is to work on your voice, because most times, and anyway, it depends. If your camera is very good, you don't have to work on your voice. If you have a microphone, you don't have to work so much on your voice. But if you don't have a microphone, I would want you to listen to what we are saying again. You can see.
Is it even possible that the reason why you have not been posting content is because you think you don't have all the tools? Somebody said, I don't have an iPhone. And I'm like, excuse me, you don't need one. So today I'm going to be helping you, stuff of my class.
Okay, so you can see that it's very low. So most times the first thing I will do, first of all, I didn't do anything extra. Just look at me. First thing I will do is to click on the video. I just clicked on the video. I didn't do anything extra. So everybody, I'm saying this now because there are people who this might be their entirely first time. just click on the video, and once you click on the video, you see a white line that shows you that you are clicking on the video. Sorry, let me start charging my phone small. Okay, so please, if you have clicked on your video, just type clicked on the comment section. If you have clicked on your video, just type clicked, so that I can quickly move to the next thing we need to do. So once you have clicked on your video, this is what you're going to see, this white line telling you that okay, you have circulated your video. Awesome. So I'm going to take that as a conversation, right? So once you've clicked on your video, the next thing you do, you can see, just look at these icons that are on that. You can see split, you can see speed. All these things are very handy. You can see animations. All of them, we'll use them today. You can see effects, you can see delete, you can see enhance voice, you can see eye contact, you can see isolate voice, you can see remove background. I'll show you how to, all these things I'll show you how to use them. You can see retouch, you can see camera tracking, you can see volume, and many other things. Just look at them. Once you click on your video, digital mom, you should just, how about your laptop? You don't have somebody who has a second device where you can just watch it from? Please reply, please, because it's very important that you do it while everybody is doing it, or else it will look like one hard thing. I think I said it. Maybe you are just coming in, that's why. So who else is trying it? Please, if you're trying it, let me know. If you're trying it now, so that I know that the way I'm spending time. Because if people are going to be team playback, then I can as well just rush. Because in team playback, you can always slow it down to get it. Please reply me so that I can. Okay, awesome. Oh, I'm so sorry about that. Okay, so let's just see. Once you have clicked on this, see, there are many things. If you notice where I am now, you can see this. If you have done the assignment, that's if you did that, what do they call it? The narrator challenge, you would have known how to use this. So to remove noise, you see that noisy thing?
Is it even possible that the reason why you have not been posting content,
once you click on reduce noise,
you think you don't
then
have
the next thing I always do is,
somebody said I don't have an iPhone, and I'm like,
is to increase the volume to the highest.
Today I'm going to be helping you.
You're going to see how it will become very loud now.
Is it even possible that the reason why you have not been posting content?
So I'm sure a lot of you can already hear it, that is louder, right? So I told you guys, even on that video, I said there are 3 main things that you can do to your voice. Reduce noise, which is the first one, right? Reduce noise, then reduce noise, increase volume, then okay, simple 4 things: isolate voice, and then enhance voice. Sometimes when you enhance your voice, there's how you be sounding very funny. So for isolate voice, you see none, keep, and remove. I always keep my voice. So it means that any other thing on the background, like maybe you were recording and your child was screaming, which is usually what happens to me, I will just click.
Is it even possible that the reason why you have not been posting content?
So what I would normally do is to click on isolate voice, and I would say keep my voice. So it will be only my voice that will be kept. Any other thing, whether my child was shouting while I was recording, or my husband passed by, and many other things, all of it will just disappear. So I will just click on keep voice. Then sometimes I enhance my voice, especially if it's very, very noisy. I enhance it so that I remove every noise that is on it. So if you generally you have a very good phone and you have a microphone, These parts, you don't even need it.
Is it even possible?
So you can see how loud that we are sounding now.
Is it even possible that the reason why you have not been posting content is because you think you don't have all the tools? Somebody said, I don't have an iPhone. And I'm like, excuse me, you don't need one. So today I'm going to be helping you, based off of my...
Okay. So you can already see that we are doing very well already. So our sound is clear now, crystal clear. So it means that we have a very smooth sound. The next thing we're going to ask ourselves is, we want, if you notice towards the ending part of the video didn't really end well.
Today I'm going to be helping you, based off of my...
So you can see that I stammered there. So today I'm going to be helping you does not make sense because it's not complete. That means
3, you don't need one.
So what I will just do.
One. So today I'm going to be...
So I'll just stop at, so you don't need one. So you can see how meticulous you have to be.
You don't need one.
So once I say you don't need one, I can cut it from there because I know that. And to cut, the same way we clicked and we cleaned up our sound, the same way you click on videos, then you see the first icon split. So I'll cut it there because anything behind after it does not make sense because it's not a complete video, right? So I cut it, I delete it. So this is what I have now from beginning to end. The question will be, I want something visually aesthetic, something that would interpret what I do, something that would make me also look very good. Now if it's very short, we can even apply enhance my face and everything because it's short. But if it's longer, it's usually weightier. That's why retouching, sometimes I even have exported my video for the first time, then I put it back into CapCut, then I enhance it, because by the time I export it for the first time, everything is already together. It's not good to be applying retouch at different segments of your video. It won't give you that particular unique you feel, as in having the same one face. And that's the thing with doing your transitions. If you do your transitions before your voice, you find out that if you start cutting out some parts of your voice that doesn't really sound so good, it will make your mouth to be moving at different speed, right? Okay, so if you have understood me so far, I don't like the way I'm looking so small in this video. If you have understood me so far, just type on it so that I hope I'm not too fast. Just type on it if you understood me too far. Even if it's just this one video we'll do today, then tomorrow we'll do captions, because I told you guys that captions is the main goal to my... Please on it. Okay, awesome. So let me hear one more on it. I'm trying to make sure that my phone is up so that I'm not bending wrongly because of my waist. Sorry guys, give me one moment. Okay, so I think I'm good to go. Okay, so we're good to go. So now the next thing we're going to do is this sound. Okay, so we've done audio. Like the first aspect of audio is to first of all clean it. So if you don't clean all these things, if you eventually start cleaning it later, those like isolate voice, if you put your sound effects before cleaning your voice, you might delete the sound effect. That's why it's very important that you put after cleaning your voice. Anyway, if you have a very good phone and a very good microphone, you might just want to enhance your voice a little, but every video will still need that little touch up, right, that you would want to give your voice. So the next thing we're going to be doing is what we're going to do, the audio, right? Because now I think it's time we put effects, right? Because we want people to stop. I told you that there's the audio hook, there's the video hook, there is right now, because of the way I recorded this what did you call it, this video, it's already too late for video hook. Some people's video hook can be in the captions. Yes, that's another thing. Anyway, we're going to do captions this night. Maybe we'll do small. right? We'll do a little bit of captions, then we will now we can now maybe do another one tomorrow that maybe will just help us wrap up. We'll do a little practical as well, so that we'll make sure that everybody's video will just see what you can do. So now you can see that without, when you don't click this, when you don't click this thing, when you don't click the main video, so I'm going to be using myself as a cursor. When you don't click any of this video, you can see the icons that are down. When you don't click any of the videos, you can see the icons that are down. Okay, so the first on the line, first here, you can see I'll be using my icon. First here is edit. The next one is audio. Okay, so the first one is edit, the next one is audio, the next one is text, the next one is overlay, the next one is, I will teach you how to use that as well. Okay, so for the sake of sounds, adding sound effects on videos, we are going to click on audio. So if you saw what I did and you have done it, please just type done it. Just type done it, so that, and then if you think you want me to be faster because you already know this part, please just tell me faster so that I'm able to cover more. If you want me to be faster, just tell me faster. This is just my teaching side kicking in. But if you think you already know this part and you want me to do sharp, I will do sharp for you. So make sure you tell me, so that it will not be that I'm delaying you guys here and myself as well. Okay, so we've clicked on what? We clicked on audio. You can see the first thing there is sounds, brand music, copyright, sound effects. So the third is what? Sound effects. The fourth is sound effect. The fourth is sound effect. Okay, so I am going to click on sound effects because I want my videos to always start with like tension, like zah, you better stop and watch. Okay, so please, all the people writing done it, if you think I am too slow, write TS. If you want me to be faster, just type faster so that I can be very, very fast, so that we'll finish a lot very early today. So just type faster if you want me to be faster. Okay, so while I'm waiting for you guys to type, I'm going to just go ahead. So you can see now that we opened on trending. Trending, you will see the ones that most people will use. Trending can also be your trending, the one that you always use all the time, right? For me, there's the physical. Let me just let it play. This one, you can see. What I would advise everybody is that you should sit down and go through all these sounds, so that you know the one that you can easily like. For me, sometimes I sit down and I study and I just enjoy any of them. So for me, what I concluded is that most times two main types or two main sounds introduce me, either the surprise sound or the transition. So I use either surprise or transition. Now let me click on I'm surprised. You know that you've been hearing it in most of my videos. So sometimes I increase the volume so you can see.
Is it even possible that the reason? So
you can see that when I put this here, my video lagged. So I would want to cut it because it's too I stayed too long before I started talking, so I can cut it. Let me move this away so that I don't affect it. Remember that all these sounds, you can move them. You can cut anyone you want.
Is it even possible?
So you see, I kept quiet till this point. So I'm going to click here. You can see splits under. Let me put, this is where split is. I'll use myself as cursor. I am directly on, I'm directly sitting on split. So I split it, then I click on it, I delete it. So now I don't have that dead end anymore. So I'm going to put my voice. So let's see.
Is it even possible that the reason why you have not been posting content is because you think you don't have all the tools? Is it even possible that the reason why you have not...
So most times I like surprise. Then another one I can use, like I said, I'll go back again just to make it simple for you. Click on audio, you see sounds, brand music, copyright, sound effect is for all these bang bang bang. Then what I normally would do, like I said, is either I click on surprise or I click on transitions. Transition is the one you always see every time. You'll be hearing this sound. So I use the swish and the whoosh all the time. So I can also use the swish and the whoosh. If you want it to be very pronounced, you add volume. Okay, so you see.
Is it even possible that the reason why you...
So if you didn't transition well, you can click on it to move it. You can click on it to move it so that it can sound well. So this one is just, is the rhythm of your soul will just help you know that, okay, you have put it in the right time, in the right timing.
Is it even possible that...
So you can see.
Is it even possible? Is it even possible that... Is it even possible?
So for me, most of the time I use beats. I don't know, my mind works with beats. That's why I was able to learn it within the short time I had. So now, for things like this, for me, I would always advise, immediately you're putting all those sound effects, be putting transition at those points, right? Put transition at those points. If you have gotten me this far, say I have gotten you this far. If you think I'm not, you're not understanding me again, just write, I don't understand. Just type gotten you this far. While I'm waiting, please let me know that you can hear me. Oh, okay, awesome. So now what I would always advise for people to do is, as soon as you're putting those sounds, always put what do they call it, your transitions, because sometimes it's possible that you might not, if it's a very long video, it's possible that you might start looking for that sound and you will not find it. So what you can do is, after you've done this, you click, you see this arrow, I'll use myself as a cursor. See the arrow, I'm directly under the arrow. That's the first arrow just before sound. The first arrow just before sound. You can just go out back. So when you go out back, you can see all the things that are here, right? Filter, adjust background. You click on your edits because that's where the main editing is, right? Once you click on your edits, let me show you what you can do. There are two things you can either do. It's either you do animation or you do transition. Animation or transition. I don't want to rush it, but I'll just show you guys. Okay, I think I've seen more of transition on my laptop. Okay, so animation. So for animations, so when you see people bounce when they come in, like that intro, I always make sure that the sound, that your introductory sound that you use, whatever it is that you want to use, must look like it. So we're going to find a transition that looks exactly like that sound, that swoosh. Okay, so this one, I found the one that looks like it. So we have clicked on it. So let me show you now. Just watch.
Is it even possible that the... Is it even possible? Is it even possible? Is it
So
even
if you
possible
got what we did now, because we did transition, I showed you what I did. We went back, we clicked on edit, then the third one was animation. We went back, we clicked on edit, then the third one was animation, and we chose an animation. We chose an animation that suits the sound. If I do that surprise, I'll also show you an animation that will suit surprise. So there are animations that are specific for the sound that you hear at the beginning or at any point in videos, so that you don't think that people just use it. They use it to draw people's attention. It's called is it the audio hook, right? They use it to draw people's attention. So most times when your audio and your video comes together, it usually makes it more interesting. That's why when I click play now,
is it even possible?
So it now looks like I just jumped into a space.
Is it even possible that
Okay. So if you understand me this far, just write understand, because now we've
is it even possible that the reason why you have not been posting content is because you think you don't have all the tools?
Okay. So if we've done this now, like I told you guys, this video that I'm editing right now, right? It was an error video, right? So I am not essentially using it because it was an error video. But normally, when I want to do my videos like that, always remember that when you write your script, you should have pauses in between your conversation. Pause, always learn to, not an awkward pause. Awkward pause, you click on split, you cut it off. If you see any what's the word, awkward, that's awkward, weird, like you over pause, maybe you forgot an ideation, right? You still need to cut that one. But I mean, when you're talking, know that you talk in syllables, in lines. I mean, every time an idea stops, you take a break, a very short break, like a 0.3 break. Let's say, let me give you an idea now. I'm going to be talking about how to get okay, let me talk about the 6 top international niches. Yes, the 6 top niches on what, on YouTube. Okay, so this might be what I would say. So tonight I'm going to be discussing essentially the 6 top niches on YouTube. So here's what you need to know. The last one is probably going to be your favorite. So you better stick to the end to enjoy this. So you can see all those pauses in between my conversation is where normally you can put all the sounds. Like, so if you are using the CapCut laptop, most times what I normally do is that if I'm using my CapCut on my laptop, once I put the video into this chat, I even used to see my wavelengths. That's the way I spoke. I even know where to put my sound, even without hearing it. I would just know that, okay, this particular waveform of my frequency here was low. It's likely that I took a pause there. So I would just go and add what do they call it? Sounds there. So that's the advantage of the laptop one over the phone. But I told you that the phone one is very fast. And also, okay, now let me explain. It's not all the effects. Use the one that is not on Pro. Yes, you need to get the Pro, but you can use the one that use anything you're going to use for the practical today, please. So like I told you guys, we're doing it live. I would want to see these videos. Like immediately we're done, I would want to see these videos. So just use the ones that are not paid for. Just pick up the ones that are not paid for. Just pick them up. Like this swoosh that I use, this sound effect, is not paid for. The swoosh is not paid for. And the whoosh, the swish and the whoosh, both of them are not paid for. The two I'm going to use, even that sudden, that's the one I did under surprise, it's not paid for. So what you do is use the ones that don't have pros on it. I don't want us to feel like after today you are still hoping that there's something that you want to get. I just want you to just know that, okay, you can as well just do this one and release your video tomorrow, and everybody's like, oh, your video is nice. Or you can put it on the group immediately after this live event so that we can all see it. Okay, and yes, I told you guys how to get the Pro. 4 people can contribute to get their Pro together. That's what I'm saying. 4 people can contribute to get their Pro together. Okay, so let me see. So I think we're good now. If we're good, if you think that we are okay now, and I've answered some of your questions, I've answered the questions right now, just type good so that I can just move on to the next. I can just move on to the next quickly. So that, because this is a very short video, I'm grateful that I get to just do one. In fact, as soon as I'm done with the video, I will just post it on my YouTube like that. Okay, awesome. So you can see that we have done.
Is it even possible that the reason why you have not been posting content is because you think you don't have all the tools?
So all the tools from my conversation here, I'm supposed to have paused. So it's for you to also learn, right? All the
Tools.
There's supposed to be a pause here. So because there's supposed to be a pause here, I'm going to go just like the way we did our sound. We said our sound, we just click on audio, then we click on sound effects. So I'm going to put, you can see swish. All of them are free. So this free swish is me opening another curtain of a conversation. So I'll put it there, increase the volume small so that people will know that, okay, this is where another thought is coming. Okay, so
somebody said I don't.
Okay, so you must push it till you can get the exact place where you took a pause.
I think you don't have all the tools. Somebody said I don't have.
So I've gotten it.
All the tools. Somebody said I don't have an iPhone.
So once you hear that, it means that wherever, I told you, wherever your sound is, it's always better that you put a transition there. Wherever your audio is, put a transition there, right? It always gives it like a new page, a fresh page. So we're going to go back and click on our edits. You can see how simple it is. We're going to click on our edits, and when we click on our edits, we can click on animations. So let me see in the animations. Let's look for any free ones. So you can see free ones. There are always free ones. So you can see anime frame is free, retro fade is free, CRT bands is free, retro fading is free. Which other one is free? Well, me, for the sake of my sound that I'm using, I would want to use swing top L. And when you also want to use your transition, right, another thing is that you can elongate it. You see one blue thing down here where my face is. There's one blue thing down here. You see 0.5. You can actually elongate it or shorten it. That's how it works, right? But for the sake of this class, let me just leave it at exactly that, the length of my swoosh. Okay. Now another thing I wanted to us to know is that
is it even possible that
animations don't work until you cut the videos. Animations don't work until you cut the videos. So you must split it at the point where you had your whoosh. So you split, then you click. If you understand this thing, will tell me. Okay, animations don't work until you cut the video at that point. So you can now okay, so I'll take this. So you can see that now we have gotten it.
Somebody said I don't have an iPhone, and I'm like, excuse me, you don't need one.
Okay, so for me now, because of how I ended this, I would want to put like a thunder on it. I would like to put like a, not prompt, I want something. Let me see if I can find thunder under horror. But normally you can just type thunder. You can type it and it will come out. So I can write thunder. don't like how. Okay, yes, so I can use this. Okay, I can use this. So even with the sounds, you can cut sounds. If it's too long, click on it. Anything you click on, it shows you that once you've clicked on anything, you can literally cut it. So you cut it. I would want to delete the end because I want me to end with a thumbnail.
Excuse me, you don't need one.
Okay, so I it's too abrupt, so I'll move it again and cut it. I want it to be like, excuse me, you don't need one. Bah! So I move it, then I cut it again because I don't want any long. It's usually explosive. I would have typed. I don't even know why I forgot it was explosive. Explosive will just give you that end, but let me just see if I can adapt to this one. Increase the volume so that
you don't need one.
Okay, so I think I'll just manage it for the sake of this class.
You don't need one.
So now you can see that we have.
Is it even possible that the reason why you have not been posting content is because you think you don't have all the tools? Somebody said I don't have an iPhone, and I'm like, excuse me, you don't need one.
Okay, so you notice that it's already lagging, right? If your video is beginning to lag and you still have a lot of things that you want to do with it, you click. I'll show you what you do. Look at me here, but it has to be a paid version for it to work, right? You have to, what you do is you click on this AI Ultra HD. So I'll take it back so you can see it. I'm moving myself to where it is. So I'm moving myself to where it is AI Ultra HD. Okay, so I'm hoping that we all can see it now. So the next thing I'm going to do is do what? I increase my resolution, increase my frame rate to the end so that it can be, I can have a smoother framework. So frame rates are free, and also code rate is free. All this helps it to, for your mouth and your words to be in sync. But most times, if you want an optical flow that will also still help, that's the one that is a paid one. So after doing this, I'm still going back. You click the arrow up beside, you click on the AI. We're still back into our conversation. So please, if you have gotten up onto this point, please let me know. If you have gotten it up until this point, just say I got you, so that it will not be like we did not learn much. Okay, so please just type I got you. Let me be sure that we're not. Okay, awesome. So I've shown us where to increase our code rate as well as our frame rates, because those are the things that will help your videos be in sync. Okay,
Is it even possible that the reason why you have not been posting content is because you think you don't have all the tools? Somebody said I don't have an iPhone, and I'm like, excuse me, you don't need one.
So you can see that immediately I increased all that. My mouse that was initially slower or faster than it just aligned. Okay, so we're back on track. So the next thing we're going to do is, having done all this, we'll now ask ourselves the question, what else can we do that will make it stand out, right? There's something, okay, we'll do all that tomorrow. I don't want to use any overlay today because I don't want us to use too many new things on the same day. Okay, so now you can see that we found places to put our sound, we found places to put our transition. So anybody who is watching us now or watching our videos will be very interested in whatever we have to say. So the next thing I will just add is caption. Make sure you add your caption even before your retouch. Most times, as much as possible, leave your retouch to be the last thing you do, because retouching takes more data and it has more weight. So if you do retouch immediately, it can make your mouth and your words lag. So the next thing you're going to do is to come up with captions, right? Like if you notice me, every single time I try to do my captions, I make my captions, my first few minutes of my video, I make my captions interpret what I am saying. So let me give you an idea of what I'm going to do now. See.
Is it even possible that the reason why...
Is it even possible, right? Is it even possible? So now when you want to do the caption for the first few what's the word now? The first few minutes of your video, you might just want to do a caption for it. And what I usually do is, you can see edit in front. Abi, let me bring my head beside it. See edit here. Then the next thing is audio. Then the next thing is text. When you want to do an exceptional caption, you have to curate it by yourself. If you do auto generate, it will be nice though, but it will not give you that flair of something that you want to do for yourself. Okay, so if you want to make the beginning of your video very eye-catchy and fresh, so let's see.
Is it even possible?
So is it even possible? That's what we started with, right? So I click on the A plus. Once you click on the A plus, so if you know where I clicked A plus from, just type aware. Just type aware. If you know where I clicked the A plus from, just type aware. Please just type aware. We have spent a lot of time. I think we'll take a break so that we don't learn everything the same day. But at least if we just conclude this video, once we are done writing the text, we can even just post it. Everybody will just post it. So awesome. Okay, so we have clicked on text. So now I told you that if your caption is not right or nice, it might not give your video that flair. So I now say, is it possible?
Is it even possible that the reason why you have not been put...
So I'll write is it. So one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make my is it very big, because I'm trying to be stylish. So most times what people use is pop-ins. Because pop-ins is actually free. Pop-ins is free and it's bold. Okay, so once you clicked on fonts, you get all manner, right? You choose anyone you like. I chose pop-ins for this night. Next thing you click on is style. Style is where we can now talk about your size, your color, whatever you want to do specially for your video. So for me, like I said, I want us to do something really different. So I'll use is. I make my is very big. So is, I increase the size. Only is will be this big. So the next thing I normally do, when you see my fonts, the next thing I normally do to make it beautiful is that, we went from fonts, right, to style. Then under style, you see text, brand colors. Okay, let me go back. Effects, animations. Okay, we're going to do all that. Just give me a minute, right? Okay, so for style, what I normally do is I click on my shadow, because I don't like my font to just be there and light. I'll just click on my animation. Once I click on the shadow, you can see that from the shadow my is very defined. So I'll just close it up. That's all. I'm not touching anything. I'll open another box again. So watch it. Open another box again. Most times it's always advised to just do it for don't do it for everything. Just do it for like the first 5 words, then you continue with the regular one that whatever gives you. So is it So let me see. Is it? So I'm going to use another font entirely because I'm trying to do something different. Okay, is it even possible? So I'm just trying out something. It's not like I've seen it somewhere. Uh-huh. So I'll change it to something different. I'll change it to something else. Okay, so something, I made an error here. So I'll have to delete this. Okay, is it even? Let me see. Yes, it can work. So this even now, let me see how I can do it to make it look stylish. Please, I've never done this before, so please pardon. I've never done this particular one before. So let me see if it's going to work. So you make it really build together. Most times what our advice is that you can change the color just to make the words pop in people's eyes. I'm trying to reduce the size. If it's taking too much, you can just go back to your size, reduce it, and come back here. I want to reduce the size very well. Okay, so let me see if I can come up with possible. So I think this even, let me change the color of even so that it can literally pop. If you want to change color, just click on style. So let's use yellow. Based on my background, what I was wearing, I think I was wearing something that looks a bit brownish. So let's use brown. Hey, this brown is dull. Okay, yes, we can use this one or this one. So we'll add another one. We'll do possible. Okay, so this possible now, I know what I can do. I will see if I can break it so that it will not cover my face. You know, my face, because of how, if this was a regular 916, it would be so lovely because I'll have enough space, but because it's short, I have to. So I think from what I did, I'm thinking I will look for another font entirely, something that will be small, something that will accommodate the style I'm looking at. Or I could change the font and what I wanted to do back here. Let me do. Okay, so I did it like this. Is it even possible? So now when you do things like this, after typing something like this, the next thing you would want to do is to type animations. So animations will help each of them to come in at different times. So let me show you what we did. You can see that all of them are coming in at the same time. From the red ones, the way all of them are together, I don't think it's nice that all of them are coming in at the same time. So what we will do is, let me see. We're going to use animation for all of them to help them enter at different places. but we still need to work on what everyone else can see. Please, if you have gotten me this far, if you think we are okay, so is, I'll make the is to be short so that is it, but at some point I want all of them to appear together. So then it, I'll move it. Sometimes you still have to test it with your syllables, like with the way you talk, so that is it even possible? Is it even? So I'll move it again. Then the possible, I move the possible so that all of them can be at some point, let them all be together so that it can give me that aesthetic I'm looking for. Awesome. So now the next thing we're going to do is click on animations, so you can decide on which type of animation. So for the free ones, so you can see that even the first word, is it, went together with our swoosh. So we've done the first one, is it. So let's see, let's play.
Is it even possible that the
So I'll cut it down.
is it even possible that the reason is it even possible that the is it even possible?
Yes, I'll use that one. Even so, I'll put another one.
That the reason
Okay, so I think we've been able to come up with something. Let's see what it looks like when we play it.
is it even possible that the reason why you have not been
Okay, so I think it was too long.
is it even possible?
So I make
Is it even is it even
okay, so let's see.
is it even possible that the reason why you have not been posting content is it
Okay, my it is slow. Yeah. Okay, so
is it even possible that the reason why you have not been is it even possible that the reason why you have not been posting content
okay, so if you have gotten so far and you think you understand what I did so far, Just type understand.
Is it even possible that the reason why you have not been posting?
Okay, so I will say it again. Like the first 3 seconds, you want to give it some form of you want to make people stop and just see what is going on here, right? Your captions, they are also part of the caption hooks. Like I said, if you missed the class, please go ahead and find out. So there's something called the captions hook. So what you do?
Is it even possible?
So
is it even possible that the reason?
I think my ease came too early, but let me see what I can do. Let me give it a breather.
Is it even possible that the reason why you have not been posting?
Okay, so now once we've gotten the beginning, just find beautiful. This is me just probably just.
Is it even possible that the reason why you have not been?
You can just, once you've used different.
Is it even possible that the reason why you?
Is it?
Is it even possible that?
Is it even possible? Okay, where's my possible? Let me look for it too. I don't know where it went to. Okay, yes, I've seen my possible. So if you've gotten something so far, if you've been able to come up with something that could be part of your intro, please just type gotten. Like we said, after now you're going to drop everything we did on this live in the group chat. So don't think that you are here to migrimo. I think I heard somebody say that word. Let me reduce the size of my eats. Click on your style to reduce the size. Oh yeah, answer me.
Is it even possible that the reason why you have not been?
So the goal is for it to be stepwise. Is it? So
Is it even possible?
Is it even? Okay, all of them came together. Is it even? But my it is so big. So I can move it up small. Okay, awesome. So lovely.
Is it even possible that the reason why you have not been posting content is because you think you don't have all the tools? Somebody said, I don't have an iPhone. And I'm like, excuse me, you don't need one.
Okay, so now we are done with this one. The next thing we need to do is to generate the general caption for all of it. Like I told you, that first one is just so that we can make people see our videos and like our videos, or decide that, oh, there's so much intentionality in this video. The next thing we do, we click on auto captions. The next thing we do, see auto captions, we just clicked on text. Let me put my face beside it. We just clicked on text. Okay, so now what I did was, essentially I placed the regular caption that would have been on our video, but what we're going to do is, because we have used our hand to create that beginning part, we will now delete. So you can see split style. Let me put my face beside it. Split style, edit caption, duplicate, delete. So we'll delete the first side that we already have because we used our hand to write it. Then we'll leave the rest that way. So now,
is it even possible that the reason why you have not been?
So for captions, we still want to edit the captions, not something serious, not that bad. We just want to edit it again. So what we'll do is, you click on caption, you see split style and edit caption. what you tick style. On the style, you move to animations. That's what I use. So finally, I know a lot of people have been asking me how I do my what did you call it? So this is it. Once you click on animations, normally for me there's in, out, loop, captions. I usually use captions. Then this was one, I used one in one video, but I think somebody told me that he had flashes of lights, so I decided to use the bounce out. Initially I loved
that the reason why you have not been posting content is because
initially I made zoom out a another thing will be to increase the size. Once you increase the size, next thing you do is, for me, I told you I always like shadow. Always like shadow. So I put shadow so that it can make the content very thick and elaborate. You can use anything you want, then we'll still use the same.
That the reason why you have not been posting content.
Okay, so
is it even possible that the reason why you have not been posting content is because you think you don't have all the tools? Somebody said, and I'm like, excuse me, you don't need one.
Okay, so we've been able to do that up until this point. So if you notice, these are the few things that we did for today's video, right? For today's video, these were the few things we did. We cleaned our audios, we broke them down into different transitions, found the suitable transitions, did a what's the word, a captions hook. Then we did our caption. After doing our caption, the next thing we'll just do is, like I said, it's always wise that you touch your retouch later. It's always wise that you touch your retouch later, but because this is a very short video, I can take the risk of doing the retouch individually. So retouch is once you click on video. So anytime you want to edit, just click on the video, right? Once you click on the video, next thing you just do is retouch. Once we do retouch, we are finished, to men and brethren, for today. Okay, so sometimes I use this Americano. I reduce it very well because I don't want to look very fake. So I've done one. Then the next thing is 2. Let me do another retouch. No, this is AI movement. I want to retouch. Okay, okay, so it's because this one is very short, so I still did the same thing. So the next thing I'm going to do is, normally before you can do retouch before effect or effects before retouch, anyone. I click on adjust, and the next thing I'll do is to sharpen it because it might be looking dull. Sometimes I click on my color correction. It's a pro feature, so you might not get that one on yours. I click on color correction, then I sharpen. Sharpen is cheap, so that's how you repair your weakened videos. Increase your sharpen, increase your clarity, just touch the hue a bit. Then you can see that we're already getting to what we like.
Is it even possible that the reason why you have not been posting content?
So I told you guys that when you use retouch can slow down That's why it's not always good to use retouch when the video is, that's why it's not good to use retouch when the video is, when you break the video. So me, what I would normally do is I export the video completely. It will take more data. Export the video completely, then bring it back in and apply the retouch, or go and use CapCut on TikTok to improve it. But for now, you can see where we are in this video. I think, okay, so I think I did not edit. Okay, so you can see now. Let's look at it so that all of you can just say what you learned so far.
Is it even possible that the reason why you have not been posting content is because you think you don't have all the tools? Somebody said, I don't have an iPhone. And I'm like, excuse me, you don't need one.
Okay, now, like I told you guys, if you like I told you initially, right, if you touch retouch slows down the playback, but because we have increased our playback and everything, you just go and ahead and escort it, what's the word, export it like that, because we did our audio since, so it will align still perfectly well. So the only thing you just do is go ahead and what's the word, export it. Once you export it, right, you see that it will be perfect, intact. But I'll still say it again, my best advice is export it, then bring it back inside, then apply the retouch. The retouch always likes your videos to be in one piece, your videos to be together before you retouch. And you can't retouch first, because if you retouch first, when you start cutting your videos to put transitions in between, it can make your videos lag where all those points are. So far, let me ask, is there any question for today's class? If you followed from beginning to end, just write followed, then just ask any questions. If you followed from beginning to end, just write followed. So I'm allowing it to load, and I'll play it for you guys. I will drop it in my what did you call it now? I'll drop it in my awesome. So I'm hoping that I'm going to see all the videos that we all made today together, right? Like I told you, if it's for your shorts, if you want to post it on your shorts here, make it, ensure that it's less than 30 seconds. So your goal is to find that one hot thing that you think somebody will want to hear in 30 seconds, max 1 minute. Even though YouTube, the regular algorithm says 3 minutes, but the longer your shorts are, the more they are likely not going to perform well. That's just it. Thank you so much, Brenda, for following. Thank you so much, Rabia, for following. Please, let's like this live. Oh my God, it was so bad. I didn't even realize I was so engrossed in what I was teaching. We had only 2 people like it. Please, if you're here, like the live so that at least it can do well. Okay, so please, do we have any question? So for liking the live, just power tap 3, 4 times 5, just power tap, then you see those icons on the side, just still like them. Then, do we have any questions? Thank you so much for loving the like. Your life, I really appreciate you. So do we have any questions? If we don't have, we're going to call it a night. We'll see tomorrow. Tomorrow, I will just focus on we'll do the narrator together. That means I will send the prompt to the group so that at least everybody will generate what they think they want to do. We'll do the narrator together. Then we'll do another video editing that has to do with masking. The one that both you and somebody will be together. The one that both you and your friends can be together, or you can record just you in 2 places, like a twin, even though it's not both of you, but you can record yourself as though you guys were 2. We will do that one as well. So just something basic that you can work with, so that you don't have a reason to say that you cannot edit a simple phone. Tomorrow we're going to just do the different angles of shooting. Even me, I've not really been having time for myself, but I have to do it. Now I have multiple devices. Officially, I have three cameras. So what I'm going to do is I'll do the different angle. So we'll still learn it, all of us, so that when you're believing God for another gadget, you can still know that, oh, this is what it will take. Different angles of this, different angles of that. When you're recording and when you're called to work with someone, you learn all the different types of angles. Okay, still loading, but okay, so we're almost done. Okay, so you can see that we're good. So let's play.
Is it even possible that the reason why you have not been posting content is because...
So you can see that the playback was perfect. So most times, even when you're doing it, don't worry yourself. In fact, as we are doing now, immediately after this, I'll post it on my okay, so this is us now. See it.
Is it even possible that the reason why you have not been posting content is because you think you don't have all the tools? Somebody said, I don't have an iPhone, and I'm like, excuse me, you don't need one.
Okay, so it's still trying to pass. Well, you can see that where it has improved by far. Okay, so if you have your own ready as well, type ready so that I know the people that I'll look out for. Please, when you're posting it anywhere, just tag me so that I also see that, and it's also a way to say thank you as well. But do we have any questions? If we don't, I think we're going to call it a night so that we can go on to something. You will not believe that I've not slept since yesterday night, guys. I didn't sleep since yesterday night. Oh, Jesus. I stayed awake till 5. Then my husband just nudged me that we should just go to church like that. Because I told myself that maybe I want to rest for 1 hour. That's how we had our battle. As of 6:12, I looked at the photo I snapped. 6:12. Or was it 6:09? We're already outside and we go to church 6:12. So I've not slept. As soon as I leave this place, it will be a knockout. After I post this thing on right. So please let me know. Are you done? So can we say that you've learned something today? Just type learned something today so that we can call it a night.
Is it even possible that the reason why you have not been posting content is because you think you don't have all...
Okay, so it's still percent. It will still come out perfect after a while. Oh, awesome. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you so much. Okay, so I'm hoping to see. So will I see your videos today? Now, that's if you were if you were editing as we were talking. Can I see the video today? Because this is mine and I'm going to post it. So is it possible for me to see your videos today? Okay, awesome. So please post and tag me so I can see that as well. So in the absence of is there any question, any specific question for me? Does anyone have any specific question for me? Okay, I know it's the lag. May God have mercy. I didn't think that YouTube used to do that, but it's okay, no problem, guys. I'm so honored to have been a part of your process, and I'm grateful that you came in. Tomorrow, like I said, tomorrow we'll do having multiple people speak at once. Then we will also do how to do overlays. So I'll show you another type of viral hook. That's captions hook. Yes, captions hook. We'll do one more captions hook, then we'll do a few others, then we'll just leave the videography completely so that everybody just go and explore, learn by yourself, the one that is comfortable with what you can offer people. You can just learn by yourself. Like I said, this the scope of today's event is for beginners, so people that don't know how to do it will just at least have picked up something and to wait for it to the end. So if we don't have anything else to say, I am going to be ending this live in 4, 3, whoa, 4. Where am I?